Alright guys, Rich here from the RC Network, and right when you guys thought we were talking about scalers and crawlers and short course trucks, I made a left turn on you guys, and we're now going to four-wheel drive 1/10 scale electric buggies. Now I chose the B44.2 from Team Associated because, I mean, when you're talking about 10 scale buggies, you can't go wrong with Team Associated. I mean, they've won like 156 times. I think on the top right corner of that box it says 26-time I.F.M.A.R. World Champions. So obviously they're doing something right in the world of 10 scale buggies. I visit one of my local tracks quite often, and a person that's kind of always there is Stephen Hartson, and he's always driving typically his two-wheel drive, but then he also breaks out his 44 as well. And kind of a funny story, a while back, I was sitting there on a Friday afternoon, and in rolls the whole TLR squad, all of Team Losi. I mean, Dustin Evans, Scott Adkins, I mean, pretty much everyone. And, you know, they lined up. There was probably 15 black shirts with the TLR logo. They're all running the 22s, and Steven was over on the far table, the one lone associated guy, and pretty much all the TLR guys were out there. Steven went out there, and he basically cleaned house. He was killing them. So, you know, driver for driver, I guess that's one thing, but I can't stop from thinking about picking up one of these Team Associated B44.2. Now, the 44 basically means it's four-wheel drive, so to speak. I don't know their specific labeling of their cars, but they also have the B4, which is their two-wheel drive, and B44 is their four-wheel drive. The .2 means it's the third version, ironically. B44 first came out, then the .1, and now the .2. So this is their third update to the great platform that they came out with quite some time ago. I think this has been out for maybe almost a year. I think end of 2012. This is being filmed in April of 2013. So I know this isn't going to be a very exciting unboxing, but nonetheless it is an unboxing, and it's embarking on a new adventure here at the RC Network. So let's unbox this. I'm going to show you some of the differences between the 44.1 and the 44.2. Also some potential upgrades that are rolling in as we speak at the RC Network. And let's take a look at the box. Very nice box, I have to admit. This is something that at the track I always see the guys that are building their cars carrying the box around and kind of keeping all their parts all nice and tidy in there. So let's take a look at this and let's go from there. So pretty much very nice box, very colorful, all the great graphics on it. Very impressed with that. Right here they're talking about all of their championships that they have won. 2-time, 4-time, all sorts of stuff. And then on the far side here, we're going to flip this over. These are going to be all the specifics on it, and hopefully my camera's going to focus for us. And one of the biggest things is those 12mm big bore shocks. Those are now an included feature. The VTS slipper, of course their CVA drives, their factory team versions, 0-degree rear hubs, and we come up here, more factory team titanium blue. You can't beat that. There is more carbon on this car than I've ever seen in my life. I think in my last video I said that, you know, it's enough carbon to kill a small elephant. So factory team motor mount, and then of course the J Concepts plus 8mm body. Now this chassis is basically increased by 8mm, giving it just a little bit more stability driving in the air and whatnot. So very impressed with the box. I love it. I'm probably going to keep that around. It's a little bit larger than shoebox size, so it's definitely maintainable. So let's go ahead and cut this open. I picked this up about 24 hours ago, and I waited for you guys to unbox it, so I care about you guys. So let's take a look. I'm going to cut all the factory seals right now, and let's take a look at this thing. Got my trusty orange here. All of you URC guys, I'm sure, remember the orange. So inside, plain brown box. Axial is famous for putting nice graphics on the insides of their boxes, which is, I actually have one of the EXO one hanging up in my shop here. So first thing we see here, there's looks like a checklist right here, making sure that all the bags are included. And then also a reference page as to what page to go for. If you want to look at bag D, you need to go to page 7 and 8. So, cool feature. J Concepts strikes again. So, they're definitely big on the 44 and also the 4. But it shows a lot of their upgrade parts and whatnot. And then also the window decals and, of course, the official J Concepts stickers. Here's the body, not wrapped at all, so always impressed with some of the J Concepts bodies. And we got a wing set right here as well. Just one wing. I thought there was going to be 2, because I think they sell them in groups of 2. And the rest of this is going to be pretty boring. There's the wheel set right there. I was kind of unsure on the wheel set, but it looks like the fronts have a slightly smaller hex, where the rears looks like they have that 12mm hex. So not too sure on that. I'm kind of new to 10th scale buggies. And as far as everything else, one thing that I noticed in another video, this was kind of cool, but it looks like there's a little checklist right there. Kind of goes over all of this stuff, and it's in Mandarin Chinese. And even some fun notes down here. Nice. So the rest of this stuff is going to be pretty boring. That's the shock package right there. It comes with, let's see, 35 weight. So that's going to be altered slightly. I'm probably going to run 30 in the rear, 35 in the front. We'll see. We'll go from there. I'm probably going to set it up to full spec straight from the owner's manual, and I'll kind of branch off from there. I'll take a look at some of the setup sheets, maybe for Stephen Hartson and those guys. Nice blue anodized right there. Lots of little bags. And that's one thing I didn't think came with it, but those are the blue anodized servo mounts. That's cool. I was going to pick those up, but now I don't have to. Black grease, and it looks like you got some oil there as well. Lots of bags. I've built a few kits in my time, and this seems to be a very detailed bag organization system. There's the shock standoffs right there. Those are the blue anodized ones. I'm not too sure if I'm going to run those or not, only because you're going to run a metal standoff on a metal cap. Picked up that tip at a track last night. New track I visited, LRH Hobbies in Placentia, California. Great little track. Plan to do my start on this buggy at that track. Got the A-arms right there. I do plan to pick up an extra set of front A-arms. I heard that that is a common denominator. More A-arms, more blue anodized parts. It's pretty cool, all of the blue that they are including in this kit. Lots of upgrades. I like it. And we're getting to the bulkheads right there, the gearboxes, all the drive shafts. And the last few boxes here, those are those titanium blue ball cups. And one thing I forgot to mention, I've heard a lot of controversy on the ball cups that Team Associated includes, so I went ahead and I picked up this. These are some RPM ball cups, 73372. This will be the direct replacement for those smaller ball cups from Team Associated that tend to pop off very easily. So, I'll check that out. I've heard that there might be issues with full articulation of the suspension, but we'll see. And I think the one more here, those are some wheel hexes, some blue anodized clips as well. Nice added feature. Now we come to the fun part. Look at all that. That's some serious carbon right there. You got pretty much the chassis, of course, the two top plates, and the shock towers. Shock towers are going to be a little bit thicker this time. I believe they thickened up both the front, definitely the front. The front one looks definitely thicker than everything else. And I believe the spec on the chassis was 2.5. And another nice feature here, I do plan to pick up a custom one, but this is a trimmable chassis protector. This thing basically goes on and it protects the bottom of your carbon fiber chassis. Oh, missed one bag in here, and this is going to be that great cam style motor mount. Can't wait to get that mated up. And we finally have the big sticker package and hopefully the manual. So lots of stickers, B44.2 Reedy. And the funny thing that I always see on these things is the Makita right there and the kicker. I always think that that's kind of funny. So got some servo tape in there. Also the antenna, little antenna cap, always nice. And the owner's manual. So that thing's going to get broke open today. I have about 4 hours of build time today that I can contribute to this build. I have lots of great tools here. I got my MIP drivers all ready to go. Got my shop stand, and we're going to be building. So hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you're not tired of me talking. That's it for now, guys. Hope you like it. Subscribe, and see you next time. Over and out.